see you all, you're supposed to say, yeah, but I felt the vibe drop. A little bit okay for the brothers, not okay for the sisters. We're going to change that as we make this revolution. Okay. Get this understood. All of the colors are fine. But we have been taught to hate the basic color. And the way that the universe works, there's no way that we are going to find the secrets of melanin as long as we hate melanin. You cannot find the meaning of melanin and simultaneously hate it. So we have to really get on top of that. But tanning, while the people who were the melanin people, under the conditions of white supremacy, were taught to hate color. So all of us learn before we learn how to read. If you are black, stay back. If you're brown, stick around. If you're yellow, you're mellow. And if you're white, you're all right. 1990, they have tested black children and found that if you give a black and white doll to black children and ask which one do they want, they will select the white doll, and this is 1990. Now, don't feel bad about the children. White supremacy is just riding on. If you look at television all day long, you're going to have to jar your brain to get white supremacy images out. Because all we see is white, 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 white. And if a child watches the television and the child never sees his or her image looking intelligent, then the child doesn't want to be that which never appears on television. You see, or the child doesn't want to be that silly-looking person that they throw in, an occasional black, or an occasional black male child that's got his hat turned around backwards. So we have to get into understanding what a turned around backwards hat means, that you don't know which direction you're supposed to go in. White supremacy understands that. That's why you will rarely, if ever, see a white male child or a white male with a hat turned around backwards. Turned around backward hats are for us, okay? But children don't want to be it because they don't see themselves on television. In addition to, this is a global system of white supremacy. The language itself teaches white supremacy. So you can watch a black weather person say it's going to be a black day today. That means it's going to be thundering, lightning, raining, hailing, everything that you don't want to face. That's supposed to be a black day. Or the stock market falls and then they say it was Black Monday or Black Tuesday. And then we'll go around and repeat, yes, it was Black Monday. That's what we have. The language under white supremacy teaches white supremacy, and so we have to systematically go through and pull out those things that are against us in the language and begin to turn it around. But the children learn, so white supremacy is being taught. Also under white supremacy, white people who we thought liked their color, unbeknownst to us, on our side of the track, we were trying to get rid of our color, wondering what kind of bath we could get into that would take some of the melanin away. And the white people were on their side of the track, even when it was cold, trying to tan. Tanning is what? Tanning is forcing cells, the melanocytes, that under normal condition in white skin cannot produce melanin. But if you bombard those cells with the ultraviolet rays of the sun, you can force them to produce small quantities of the enzyme tyrosinase. And that enzyme is essential for the production of melanin. White skin has the absence of tyrosinase, and that means that white skin is albinism. A-L-B-I-N-I-S-M. That white people say is a genetic deficiency state, not Frances Welsing, white people. They didn't expect that Frances Welsing would come along and say, well, this is the same as white skin. And it is, okay. So that while they are tanning and taking every dark substance that they can conceive of into their bodies, chocolate, Coke, coffee, tea, scotch. At least that's labeling some of them. You see, an obsession with taking dark substance into their body, in addition to calling chocolate candy erotic or chocolate cake erotic. Now, you know, Valentine's Day comes and everybody's talking about chocolate and giving ladies a Valentine box with chocolate candy and nuts in it. See, in black ladies, we're so busy being white ladies that we didn't realize we already had the chocolate with us. A long time ago when I was in Germany, they had a candy, their favorite candy was some little chocolate babies that were called nigger babies. That was the favorite candy in Germany. Now, I don't know whether it still is today, but it was the favorite candy, eating nigger babies, taking dark babies into their system because they could not produce dark babies. Also, Germany used to drink a lot of Coca-Cola, and then they became nationalistic and said, we need to have a cola of our own. So indeed they did. That we're drinking too much Coca-Cola, let's have a German cola. And so what do you think they called the cola that they made, the national cola for Germany? Right, somebody said it. Africola. Africola, with a palm tree on the bottle, with all that dark substance. You would have thought they would call it German or Deutsches Cola. No, they called it Africola to prove what it is that I'm saying. Take black substance from Africa and put it in the body that under normal circumstances cannot produce color. This also feeds into why white females at the same time that they are accusing black males of wishing to rape them, they have all kinds of I'm about to be raped clubs. Now don't misunderstand me. I am definitely not in support of any kind of rape, but we're talking about behavioral phenomena that goes on in the white supremacy system and culture. See, I've even seen teachers, white adult teachers, start talking about a little 9-year-old. Well, I didn't know what he might do to me. I mean, he's a little boy. You see, but this dynamic goes on. But what is underneath that dynamic is when they are asked to describe what is their ideal mate, what do they say? Tall, dark, and handsome. So who is attacking who, okay? Tall, dark, and handsome. And that's why all of their idols, Rudolph Valentino, the Sheik of Araby, that's what they called him. The matinee idol and the lover. He looked like a non-white man. Elvis Presley, where people still line up and go to his grave. Why? Because he was a white male with dark hair who could move his hips like a black man and sing like a black man.